Hey guys, Casual Crono here. With this downtime, we're waiting for some Eastern mythos to appear pretty soon. But with the downtime, what I've been doing is farming a bunch of phase shifts. And I thought I'd make a really brief video showing my farm team. I used to include it in my superboss team, but those videos got kind of long and I kind of dropped them. Word of caution, this does involve having several pretty strong characters and some pretty strong gear. But chances are, if you want to be farming the most up-to-date phase shifts all over the place, you probably have access to at least some of this stuff. So let me show you what I'm doing, and you can adjust as necessary. I use my wind team, Sesta. Sesta is equipped with the Elpis Dagger, Dryad's Ring, which improves her critical strength, and I have given her a plus 40 power badge. It's the strongest power item that I have. I do not have her pre-emptive badge on like I normally do, and then I just have the Power of Pains, which you can get fairly early on with Bullseye, Rose with Thorns, and then Windburned Pain from the Astral Archives. To pair her up, I chose 3 characters that have a preemptive ability. Melody has preemptive depravity, which sticks pain on everything. It also gives the team a damage barrier. Yipha has Benacht Bua, which is preemptive. It improves strength by 50% for critical and improves power. And Shanie, she is Stellar Awakened, so because of her Stellar Awakening, at the start of battle, she automatically casts Fated Love, and she applies Thorn Wedge to Sesta. So with her first move, I use Malediction. It's preemptive, it improves critical damage and damage of all party members, but for the person with Thorn Wedge, the buff increase, it basically doubles. So that's why I've chosen those 3. For the background, I can have basically any katana user. It could be any free user. I have Power of Awakening Katana, which improves damage in an awakened zone. Enhance at low HP Katana, which doesn't really come into play much. And then Power of Gale Katana, which improves Sesta's wind type attacks by 30%. So really the only 2 Grasta that are in play most of the time are the Power of Awakening and Power of Gale. You could say, well, instead of Power of Awakening, could I just use Enhance if max HP? You can. The very first attack will be effective with it, but Shanie, because it's a Thorn ability, after the first turn, she saps some of Sesta's damage, and Sesta does not start off turn 2 with full HP. So that particular Grasta, yeah. There are other Grasta you could use. I, for example, in Melody, have Enhance if max HP Wind, but again, after that first turn, that damage boost does not apply. And Yipha doesn't really have anything equipped right now. You could, since they don't usually get hit during this, their hit points, you could really equip any wind type boosting Grasta on Melody or Yipha if you want to improve Sesta's damage further. I also don't have Resonant Power Shadow equipped. If you happen to have that one, this particular lineup has 2 Shadow users, so it would be basically half effective. And then I usually have for my second character just someone I'm leveling up. In this case I have Bertrand. He has the Cat's Queen Lance, Cat Queen's Brace, and obtained Experience Badge. Along the same lines, I'm still leveling up Shanie, so she's not equipped with any luck gear. She has the Cat's Queen Hammer, Aether Bangle, or Ether Bangle, however you want to pronounce it, obtained XP Badge, and the Self-Improvement Grasta, which is basically, I've had that on and she's already risen to level 92 that way. So basically 4 wind users in the front, 3 of them, their equipment really doesn't matter much. 1 katana user in the background, and then 1 person you're just trying to level up in the background, pretty much decked out with as much as you can. The sidekicks in this case really don't matter. I have Tetra and Guns equipped. but a lot of times, as you'll see, they can... let's see, am I full health? Yep, I'm good to go. But, yeah, the sidekicks really don't come into play either. So, oh, Illusioland. So how this works, I go to a phase shift. Doesn't really matter which one. I don't really have too much difficulty in any of them. So let's hop into Illusioland's phase shift. And let's get into a fight.
Who wants a bite?
A lot of times I don't even bother targeting any particular enemy. The 3 skills, Depravity, Benoct, and Malediction, will go first before Sesta goes. Every so often one of the enemies does have some type of preemptive attack, so it's not 100% foolproof, and this does use mana, so every once in a while I do have to go. But basically, they'd go and do their preemptive attacks, and then Sesta attacks and totally slices up all the enemies in the phase shift. And I get, in this case, 312,000 experience for my trouble, and of course it's boosted on the characters with all the experience boosting gear on them.
Sesta will tear you to
If
bits.
you have the save button selected up here, it remembers that sequence. So Malediction, Benoct, and Depravity. So I don't have to reselect every single fight. I just click attack. They go through their sequence, and then Sesta attacks a pained group of hapless monsters. If a monster survives, that's actually not a bad thing. Shanie takes the hit, it usually doesn't kill her, and then Melody will awaken the zone, but give everyone back some mana. So I don't have to rush off and go to an inn every 3 or 4 fights, if that happens. And yes, it's kind of a waste to cast them again, but on turn 2, Sesta's even more powerful, and I don't know if I've ever reached a turn 3. Horrors in phase shifts basically are the same. A few have HP stoppers, a few don't. Malediction, Benoct, Depravity, and then Sesta goes.
These are the cries of the voiceless.
And there you go, 1 downed horror. And all the while, any characters that you brought along to level up, their experience is rising. I've brought manifest weapons back here, and I got Shiguri's manifest weapon actually not that long ago. I got his sunrise thing. You'll see Bertrand, his experience has kind of already moved a significant bit. But I leveled up Shiguri's manifest weapon probably in an hour, something like that. And you'll see that while the mana is decreasing some, it's not a horrible amount. Once this phase shift is over, I just... ooh, yay, it didn't shatter. I just look around for someplace else that has a phase shift. Actually, I think Sword Hall might be a little bit quicker. And I hop over there. If I complete both phase shifts in Reflect, I just go to one of the other areas, Mech World or someplace, and go to one of those phase shifts. So this one is straight ahead. And I found this is a good way to collect materials for the Wandering Blacksmith. This has not proven to be terribly difficult. It levels up characters, And while there are
Sesta
occasionally a few
is
setbacks, particularly when they do some type of preemptive attack, for the most part it's been relatively safe.
Listen. These are the cries of the voiceless.
I dedicate this win to you, Aldi.
And so that's what I've been up to during the content lulls. Just roam around trying to level up some
Who
characters.
wants a bite?
This particular little butterfly thing does have some type of pretty nasty attack that sometimes does at the start of the fight. And I've occasionally lost a character from it, but aside from that one, I'm kind of drawing a blank at anything else that really hurts me.
Horror Bros, go!
A lot of times I'll target one of the monsters that might cause issues, make sure it dies, or when she does her little slash move, you saw that other creatures die pretty easily, so Bertrand is actually pretty close to level 86 now. I'm waiting to see if that butterfly ever does do its evil little first turn attack. There we go. Alright, you saw it did 87,000 damage on Shanie Alter. However, she has hold ground and cover, so she survived.
Oh me, no! True love isn't transactional.
And you might go, well, better eat, restore her health.
Why am I
Remember,
always being attacked?
she has cover and hold ground, so it doesn't really matter what her health is. If this thing did another 87,000 damage on this next battle, she'd still survive it. So,
These are the cries of the voiceless.
and I find a lot of times, for example here, we're going to have that awakened zone, we get a little bit of mana back, but part of it is also health back. And then Tetra heals her back, so she's already at 8,000 health. So I didn't even need to stop and waste time eating food.
How's this?
Listen. These are the cries of the
I dedicate
voiceless.
this win
Alright,
to you,
and looks like
Aldi.
we're about one fight away from Bertrand getting his level 86. Oh, yay. I really don't know how much different the experience levels are. So anyway, those two are done. There's usually 2 per zone. So I just expand Platonos and look for one. Oh, look, there's Turrialba. Let's see. You notice I still haven't stopped to heal or anything. So this is what, phase shift number 3?
Simply
And for
take
this particular lineup, when Alter Shanie gets low on mana, that's about the time you see that her mana's fine. We're probably, what, 60, 65% for them, but Alter Shanie's around 50%. And I do have MP consumption on her, so I'm trying to allow her to last as long as possible.
These are the cries of the voiceless.
The Elpis weapon isn't even... There we go, yay, we're level 86. The Elpis weapon isn't even required for Sesta. She's that powerful. When I was leveling up Shiguri's True Manifest weapon, I took off the Elpis sword and gave her Shiguri's sword. And she still was tearing through everything just fine. So if you don't have the Elpis weapon yet, but otherwise you have this kind of lineup, you'll be fine.
the sweet sound of despair.
Just got another level up. So level 93 now. She's the one with the self-improvement. I noticed that if you have all 4 items, that character will level up tremendously fast. So, yay.
Oh man, do we really have to?
So that's pretty much the whole video. I just wanted to give you all an idea for a farming team. Yes, it uses mana. Every so often you will have to take a break. HP stoppers can still sometimes be an issue. But if you click save, then you just walk around and click the attack button, and for the most part, you're gonna win.
Listen, these are the cries of the voiceless. Sesta did good.
So let's wrap this up and call it a video, shall we?
Listen, these are the cries of the voiceless.
Alright, here we're going to have one turn where she restores people's mana. See, on the second turn, she sapped some of Sesta's health, so any max at HP, Grastas, or gear will not apply on turn 2 forward. But that said, Sesta seems really powerful on turn 2 forward regardless, so. And last fight. And I think my phase amplifier is going to shatter.
Listen, these are the cries of the voiceless.
So there we go, relatively smooth fighting all along the way. And Bertrand is already more than halfway to level 87. And as you saw, we got Shanie, who needs over 60 million experience from level 93 to 94. But you saw she started off somewhere around there, so she's already gained quite a lot. So, again, gear. Elpis Dagger is not necessary. As I said, I was using, was it Crouching Tiger? Might have been Crouching Tiger. I don't even remember. It was one of Shiguri's weapons, so. But otherwise, here's the gear. You saw the skills. And whenever possible, equip experience boosting gear and watch your characters grow quite quickly. And I also have Wandering Blacksmith items to present. So anyway, I hope this video helps. Casual Crono, signing out.